Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't expect there to be so many scary downsides to running. Today I am filming outside because it's somehow cloudy and the lighting is shit inside, and well, we're gonna have to live with the noise that I cannot reduce afterwards. At least I'll be visible, right? And now I will make a point about how bad exercising is for your health. In German there's a saying, Sport ist Mord, which translates into sport is murder, and I live by that. But there are so many things that are horrible about doing sports that I have to concentrate on running for today to make my case. Disclaimer, here I am talking about extreme sports like marathon or Olympic runners, not if you go jogging once in a while, and I am obliged to say that sports are actually scientifically good for your body and so many different ways if you don't overdo it. But now to the fun and spiteful part of this video. 6 things, conditions, situationships runners can get. Number 1, runner's diarrhea. Runner's diarrhea is characterized by frequent loose bowel movements during or immediately after a run. Runner's diarrhea is most common in long distance runners, so don't worry, you won't get diarrhea from running to catch the bus. It's not that clear why this happens. There are a few ideas though, like the jostling around of organs for an extended amount of time, the decreased blood flow in the intestines because blood needs to keep the muscles permanently activated, or even the changes in hormone levels due to the stress and anxiety before a race, for example. Either way, it is pretty common for runners, and especially for long distance runners, to just start pooping their gut out even mid-race. But it gets gradually worse, I promise. So pooping is okay. What can also happen is bleeding. Number 2 and 3 are blood in your pee and or in your poop, and that's a sign of inner injury. Sometimes haematuria, or peeing blood, is related to a traumatic injury such as a direct blow or a fall. Risks of developing haematuria after exercise include long endurance events like more than 10 kilometers runs, very intense events, and or poor hydration. It is more probable to happen when a runner pees before a race, and let's be honest, we all would if we knew we were going to be running for hours on end. And the hypothesis is that the bladder walls being empty slap together, causing traumatic blood loss. And then they can also lose blood through their poop. 20% or more of long distance runners have blood in their stool. Stop peeping! The blood might result from the jostling that the digestive tracts take each time the foot strikes the ground. And in women, it gets even bloodier. Number 4, their periods might be affected by it, and they might start bleeding at random times just because of running. Regular exercise can cause subtle changes in your hormone levels, which can interfere with the cyclic buildup and shedding of your uterine lining. The lining of your uterus may respond to these mixed hormonal signals by randomly shedding, which causes breakthrough bleeding. Then we have number 5, renal failure. That's what it's called when your kidneys lose their filtering ability and thus dangerous levels of waste accumulate. Exercise causes damage to muscles. Damaged muscles release myoglobin, which must be cleared through the kidneys. An excessive amount of myoglobin can cause serious damage to the kidneys. And suddenly, well, semi-suddenly actually, you feel sick, you have trouble sleeping, are getting weaker and tired and itchy, and get muscle cramps and have a low blood count and lose weight, and of course in the end, if you don't treat it, you die. It is treatable, but it's in general, running and hardcore exercise makes it difficult for the kidneys to properly balance body fluids and electrolytes, including sodium, calcium, and potassium. Number 6, almost 56% of joggers and competitive runners suffer from an iron deficiency. There are a few hypotheses why this happens. Some say it's through the feet. Foot strike hemolysis is a process where red blood cells are damaged when the foot hits the ground, thus reducing your hemoglobin levels, which can bind and transport iron through your body. You can also lose a lot of iron through sweating. As you can imagine, the amount of iron lost through sweat isn't staggering, but for a runner working out in hot and humid conditions, the losses can easily add up. Then you can lose iron through the gastrointestinal tract, primarily the stomach and the large intestines. Minor amounts are lost there, but there may be a cumulative effect over months of running that leads to iron deficiency. Female runners have an especially difficult time maintaining their proper iron levels since they also lose iron during menstruation. So as a runner, you have to keep your iron levels up. Like, how crazy is this? You think you're doing something good for your body, you're being athletic and sportive and stuff, and then you start pooping and peeing blood, experience iron deficiency and kidney failure, and get diarrhea mid-track. Who wants to go running now? Not me. And if you don't support this channel by liking this video, subscribing and sharing and commenting and loving it and nerding on about it to your friends, you are much more probable to get all this stuff. No, you're not. And again, disclaimer, here I am talking about extreme sports like marathon or Olympic runners, not if you go jogging once in a while. And I'm obliged to say that sports are actually scientifically good for your body and your bones and everything in so many different ways. Just don't overdo it. So this is a super biased video, even though I did not lie, and all I said is scientifically proven, as you can see in the studies below. But still, you know, it's not that dramatic. You really have to do a lot of sports to get all this stuff.